Eh bien, bon sourire, hein. Comment ils vont? Hello, hello there. Alors, déjà bienvenue sur BFFR, j'espère que vous allez bien, hein. Comment ça va aujourd'hui? Comment ils vont? J'espère que vous passez une bonne semaine jusqu'ici. Oh. Gros événement, grosse journée en vrai qui est devant nous parce que la plupart de la journée est déjà passée, mais moi franchement c'est ça, on a la petite conférence qui va commencer pour le CoD Next, donc qui va nous présenter beaucoup de gameplay, de nouveaux gameplay pour le Call of que j'ai très hâte de découvrir. Vous savez, on joue beaucoup à Modern Warfare en live, surtout le dernier là. Donc ça sera vraiment... ça sera très intéressant, je pense, de découvrir le multijoueur, le zombie. Ça va être... moi, je suis un énorme fan de zombies. Quand j'étais gamin, je jouais des heures. J'ai passé des nuits entières à faire du zombie. Donc on va faire ça. Puis on va regarder ça. Puis après le live, on va prendre une petite pause. Puis je retournerai en live à nouveau un peu plus tard aujourd'hui pour découvrir Assassin's Creed Mirage aussi. Ubisoft a eu la gentillesse de m'envoyer un code, donc on ira tester ça un peu plus tard. Ça, moi, personnellement, il m'intéresse pas mal, donc hype, une belle journée devant nous. Une belle journée. Et en plus, demain, la bêta de Modern Warfare sort. Je sais pas si je vais y avoir accès, mais normalement, oui. À voir. Sinon, ça sera, je pense, attends, si c'est pas demain, ça veut dire que ça serait le 8, je pense, ou le 9. Dans tous les cas, on y joue bientôt. Petite bêta là, découvrir justement le multijoueur. Je sais pas s'il y aura d'autres contenus. Ah non, ça m'étonnerait. Je pense qu'il y aura juste le multi. Nolan, bonsoir. Rogu, hello there. Bulby, hello. Comment ça va? Steven, bonsoir. Ça va bien, merci. Ce soir, Mirage, hype. Oui, oui, ça va être bien, je pense. Ça va être assez fun. On a une belle journée devant nous, ça fait plaisir. Un retour aux sources qui fait bien plaisir. Exactement. Non, mais moi, je veux dire, je sais pas jouer au dernier. Parce que ça s'est éloigné un peu trop, puis c'est surtout la grosseur du jeu, genre, c'est... It's overwhelming, comme on dit, donc non. Là, c'est bien parce qu'il est tout petit, un retour aux sources, ça vient chercher exactement dans mes cordes, là. J'aime bien. Tu vas faire une série sur Mirage? Écoute, Mirage, à voir, hein, on sait pas, si on aime bien le jeu, ouais, je vais peut-être... C'est sûr que je vais faire une review, une vidéo genre review, parce que je pense avoir le temps de le faire. Puis à voir si on va faire des tips and tricks, je sais pas, peut-être. Des trucs et astuces, ça se pourrait. Mais on a déjà en retard là. Puis en plus avec la bêta de code, à voir. Il a pris Loki. Ouais, c'est vrai, la série sort quand? Ah, aujourd'hui en fait. Oh putain, c'est vrai. Wouh! Nice. Ah putain, la journée. Stylé. Ah, j'avais beaucoup aimé la saison 1, donc saison 2, j'espère que ça sera bien. S'il vous plaît. Marvel, faites pas de la merde, comme avec toutes vos dernières séries, là. Je vous en supplie. C'est à quelle heure le live? Ça commence dans quelques minutes à peine. Quelle belle journée. Ah oui, non mais... à fond, oui. Ça va être trop bien. Donc, là, attends, il me faut en fait le lien pour regarder le live. J'ai même pas pensé, faut que j'aille chercher le lien, hein. Ah bah, je l'ai. C'est bon, je l'ai. Y'a-tu de la musique? Allez. 9 minutes. Ouais, attends. Hop, comme vous pouvez voir là. Ya 9 minutes. Pourquoi il n'y a pas de caméra? Ya Bref, on y reviendra. Par contre, ça c'est le live YouTube. Est-ce qu'il y a un live Twitch? Il y aurait moins de délai. Voyons voir. Euh... Alors... Ah, peut-être là? Non. Putain, il est où leur lien Twitch? Fait chier là. Anyway. Eh, Rougou, là, trouve-moi ça. Non, Loki, j'ai pas aimé la saison. Ah ouais, ok, intéressant. Pourquoi? Je peux-tu te demander pourquoi? Je suis curieux. Bulby, bon sourire, merci pour les 15 mois, mec. Très très apprécié. Tu aimes bien mon nouveau pseudo YouTube? Bah franchement, ça a de la gueule, hein. Avec la belle pépé, là. Salut sur le dos! Comment il va? Est-ce qu'il est hype de découvrir le multijoueur, le zombie, le Warzone? Oh, les petits clips que j'ai vus hier soir qui ont leak là, ça a l'air tellement bien le gameplay. Visuellement, c'est une suite directe au dernier. Je vous dirais, il n'y a pas grande différence, là, on va pas se le cacher. Autant UI, autant. Bon, hein. C'est littéralement presque le même jeu. Sauf que niveau gameplay, niveau rapidité, la rapidité des mouvements, les mouvements, c'est tellement mieux, genre. C'est tellement plus fluide, c'est tellement plus rapide. Tout ce qu'on a demandé là, c'est parfait. Quoi on m'a parlé. Oh, je cherche juste le lien Twitch de la conférence. J'ai le lien Twitch. Mais là, dans le temple. Oh. Ta gueule, toi. Voilà. Il reste combien de minutes? 6. Merci. Merci sur le dos. Putain, un vrai modo, quoi. Coco, merci pour les 34 mois. J'ai pas le lien, c'est toi le streamer capable. Pas compliqué. Écoute, voilà. On demande un vrai modo. Salut Lara, le vrai modo. J'ai regardé le premier épisode, mais j'ai pas accroché. Ah ben voilà, il faut regarder le reste, c'est pour ça. Ça devient succulent par la suite. Regardez-moi ces bâtards là. Ils sont en train d'interviewer des mecs là. On s'en bat les couilles. En fait, ce que je vais faire, attendez. Je vais mettre le petit chat ici. On a la fenêtre. En fait, ça c'est YouTube. Je sais même pas pourquoi je suis là. Attends, voyons voir la différence. 5 minutes sur Twitch. Déjà, on va changer la qualité à l'aide. C'est dégueulasse. Mes yeux. 5 minutes 26 sur YouTube. Je dis ça, je dis rien. C'est tout le temps comme ça avec les conférences de gaming. Il y a toujours un délai. It's funny because it's true. Ils ont une veste personnalisée, c'est salaud. Ah, les bâtards! Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Ah non, mais attends. C'est une dev?
They've really done a lot of innovation in Battle Royale, and I'm just really excited to see what they bring next.
The one, the only Dr. Lupo with Sir...
Non, non, never mind. Ils ont une veste personnalisée, puis à chaque fois qu'ils vont à une conférence code, j'ai l'impression qu'ils rajoutent un tag dessus, c'est bâtard. Ah, intéressant ça. Attends. Ah bah oui. 20, 45 minutes, 1 heure, 1h30. Alors j'espère qu'ils vont me présenter... Alors j'ai une seule inquiétude avec cette conférence aujourd'hui les gars. C'est que... J'espère juste qu'ils vont présenter les trucs, genre avec un espèce de trailer de gameplay, pour montrer le multijoueur, pour montrer le zombie, avec genre une voix off, et qu'on n'aura pas juste un putain d'événement avec justement tous les streamers, où on voit juste des parties qui s'enchaînent, tu vois. Genre je m'en bats les couilles de voir une partie de Warzone au complet. Bon, une partie de multijoueur, ok, parce que c'est rapide. Le zombie, bon, c'est nouveau, sure. Mais bon, ça reste que c'est long, quoi. Moi, j'ai déjà 5 séries de commencer sur Disney+. Ah ouais, ok. Vous pouvez mettre plein de logos dessus. Bande de chiens. Allez, 3 minutes, let's go. Même que bientôt 2 minutes. Right. Hey, c'est tellement triste aussi. Il y a Battlefield qui a fait leur reveal, le gameplay. Le dévoilement du gameplay de la prochaine saison, genre. Looks so bad. C'est si triste, genre. Je pense que la map a l'air pas mal, mais le reste, mec. Oh. Le monde s'attendait à du zombie et tout. Au final, c'est des skins pour les. J'ai oublié les noms qu'ils ont donnés aux soldats là, mais bref. PF 2042 aussi. Ouais, mais voilà. C'est pas mal résumé, quoi. Ce fut fun un moment, mais là, voilà. On a passé au-dessus. Bon, allez. Hello day. Hein. Donc, un petit rappel pour ceux qui viennent d'arriver. On écoute cette conférence, qui va être très bien, et ça va nous présenter le multijoueur, le zombie, le Warzone du prochain Call of, que j'ai très hâte de jouer. On sera en bêta dans les prochains jours aussi. À le tester le tout. Et mais avant ça, après cette conférence, on va prendre une petite pause, puis on ira tester aussi Assassin's Creed Mirage. Parce que voilà, j'ai eu un accès, puis ça a l'air assez bien. Donc voilà. Donc on se dira à tantôt aussi. Comment était le dernier épisode d'Asuka? Moi j'ai bien aimé. En fait je savais que... Ouh, j'allais dire quoi? Je savais à quoi m'attendre, disons. Quelques belles surprises. Mais j'étais sûr qu'on allait vers un cliffhanger, c'était sûr. Bon allez! 3, 2, 1, et c'est parti! Let's go boys! Bonne conférence à vous. Ah! Bon, des trailers, c'est cool, c'est ça qu'il fallait. Après 20 ans. Le zombie. Oh, what the fuck? Qu'est-ce qu'ils font? Ah ouais, et ça on a connu ce feeling. Oh man.
Well, it's not over yet. Trust me.
Exclamation qui max, ouais, parfait. Price boubou. Bon.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory.
Par quoi ils vont commencer selon
This
vous?
month we are celebrating
Multijoueur,
20
zombie,
years of Call
Warzone?
of Duty.
Vraiment pas le zombie.
With all
C'est
the
soit multi
matches
ou Warzone.
played and missions completed, our history
Je
is
dirais
made
multi,
up
c'est
of
le
the
plus hype.
incredible experiences created by you, the
Je
players.
sens que ça va être bien cringe,
On
probablement.
behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we are grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things CoD. While we celebrate
Ça dépend
this
vraiment de la
milestone,
façon
we are
dont ils font
also
cette
looking
conférence.
ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look
Multijoueur.
at Modern Warfare Zombies,
Zombies
a brand
et
new
Warzone.
Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more.
C'est vrai, il y a le
In
mobile,
Call of
mais
Duty,
ça, personne
no
ne va
one
les couilles.
fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Pas mal la salle. Oh putain, mec, imagine l'énergie qui sort de ce bâtiment en ce moment. L'électricité. Oh la facture. Tous les gros PC avec des cartes graphiques maxées là. Wouah. Et la panne de courant. Allez hop. Imagine l'odeur. Ouais, je sais. Parce que c'est copyright. Je sais pas mal à quoi m'attendre dans ce genre de conférence. L'odeur reste assez bien. Mais en vrai, c'est bien ventilé. T'inquiète. Les petites maps là. Non, mais pour vrai, ça, j'ai hâte. Hein. Putain, les. Oh, juste monter là sur. Ouais, exact. Sur la crane là, sur le côté. Ouh. Tous les plays qu'il va y avoir. Fucking Arise, man. Les skins, ça c'est les skins de la Vault Edition si tu précommandes. Oh, cette map, j'ai tellement eu. Tellement de matchs. Tellement de souvenirs, de nostalgie. Le petit slide cancel ici, là. Tu peux glissade et l'arrêter en plein milieu. Ah, elle est sniper. Sur Rust, cette map va être... What the fuck. Elle est minuscule, la map. Ça va être le nouveau shipment. What? Ça c'est un beau skin, j'aime bien, j'aime bien. Allez, 10 novembre en plus. Hey, on se rapproche, hein, c'est fou. Oh! Attends, on est combien? On est le 5, c'est dans un mois.
Hello everyone and welcome to Call of Duty Next. We have an action-packed day in store for you with gameplay and game details for Modern
c'est mon
Warfare
pote, non.
3, Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, leak, image du menu.
250 creators behind us ready to dive into these games and we're so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future
Classique.
of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications
W.
Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming
C'est
for
un bon
the
trailer.
20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
Tu vois, j'ai peur. Ils ont tellement de créateurs derrière qui sont prêts à jouer. J'ai l'impression qu'ils vont commencer avec Warzone. S'il vous plaît, non.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a safe place. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. It is an electric atmosphere.
J'ai hâte de découvrir Warzone, c'est juste que ça va être
And I am
la partie la plus
so
longue,
ready
c'est
to
sûr.
talk about Call of Duty. It's been an entire calendar year of us saying next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But
Come
we
on.
have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
Yep.
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the broadcast here at CoD Next because you will have a chance
Je veux le
to
petit blueprint là.
unlock in-game rewards for Modern
M'en bats les
Warfare
couilles de
3
ça, m'en
just
bats les
for
couilles de ça, m'en bats les
watching
couilles de ça.
this
J'ai déjà mes
stream
trucs
on the
d'animé,
official
merci.
Call of Duty Twitch. YouTube channels. Take a look and chat on either of these streams for more details for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
Watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to. But we've got some
Emil?
good stuff coming
Nara?
up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? And this is one I'm very excited about.
Yes,
personally.
we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Joining us now,
Multijoueur.
the multiplayer team
Nice.
from Sledgehammer Games. Adam Iskov, Senior Development Director. Greg Reisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director. And Kim Wygant, Development Director. Guys, welcome. I am so stoked
Les développeurs.
to talk about your game.
Same.
Where
Great to be
do
here.
we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have
Alors,
a-
on
we
a
have a direction
multiplayer
we're gonna go
en
in,
premier,
thankfully,
on a
but-
les maps.
Guys, this has to
Ils vont
feel
parler des maps,
clean.
après ça on va parler des modes de jeu, les features de gameplay, le mouvement, nice, ben, c'est tout ce qu'on veut savoir, c'est parfait. C'est parfait. Oh c'est bien, ils ont des catégories là, let's go. C'est bon ça.
jump right into beta tomorrow.
Beta
folks.
demain.
We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg, can you give us a top line of what the community can really expect in the multiplayer experience for Modern Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game, and we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio,
18h multi,
effects,
19h
as well as
Warzone.
gameplay coming to bat on those. And it's
Sont
just
bien dernier, évidemment.
fantastic to have them.
Sont bons,
We
ouais.
also have a
Putain,
ton of
2 heures.
new mechanics
Jesus.
coming into the game around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment in that combat. And we have the largest set of weapons ever in Modern Warfare in multiplayer.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of
Ils
course,
ont jamais eu
you're
autant
gonna get
d'armes.
more inventories
Après,
that
tu
you
m'étonnes, là.
be reminding people throughout the day.
Vu que tu
But-
ramènes les
but with
dernières
that
et les nouvelles en même
largest
temps.
weapon slate coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our gamers all just decided to like load up and get into the action. It's going to be.
Ça a
really
pas confirmé
fun.
combien il y a
We're
une
gonna be all
nouvelle
really
arme.
pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it. And I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So, I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like myself that just, like me some good old-fashioned boots-on-ground COD.
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every day, and like every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to get in there and just grind away.
Yeah, and each year, with the franchise, we intend to take a step
Toc, y a pas de
forward. Modern
jetpack.
Warfare 3 is definitely
The
that. It's
fucking
the next chapter. We're progressing
exosuit,
things.
on est correct.
And one of the things you mentioned that I think we'll be talking a lot about today is this player freedom in a lot of different ways. Adam, what can we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game and breathe it every day. So I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow,
Yeah.
we're really going to see
Allez,
continued
on s'en bat les couilles.
positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I
Allez,
think
parfait.
the time for talk
Nice,
is
let's
past,
go.
and it brings me great joy to
Bon chapeau,
say,
mec.
let the games begin, and let's check out Modern Warfare 3
Nice.
for the first time on stream. This is so exciting. And I look, there's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the entire time talking through this and then pointing out
Le
things
UI
that we
qui est-
see,
oula.
things that catch our attention that we want to highlight for the community. And
Le UI XP au milieu là, qui est genre en jaune maintenant.
Creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this.
le son
And
est
you know
satisfaisant.
that they're loving every minute of it. Playing some kill confirm with the homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start off with talking about maps.
Ils ont de la misère sur leur stream.
There's so much to talk about, but
La map, oh my
let's
god.
start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here.
Titanfall
and
pour les
those are the
jetpacks.
5
Oui,
multiplayer
voilà.
core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through
Mec, leur stream a de la misère.
what we're going to see?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now we're watching a little bit of Skid Row, and that is a great map. To have on the
Iconic.
back.
Oh, Rust.
Here, and again, Rust is. There's so much happening in these maps, and Adam.
Mais allô?
What else are we seeing?
Attends, je vais aller voir le lien YouTube si c'est la même chose.
As Stephanie
Yes.
mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 core 6v6s that we're launching on.
Allez, un mec qui joue pas AFK. Ah, tout va bien, oui. C'est la catastrophe.
High-rise,
Yeah.
all of which are stone cold classics that we've modernized to accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel.
Yeah.
So really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then give players some excitement around what's launching on day one.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, having
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fait? This dude qui joue! Arrête de tester le slide cancel!
Return again. Because, like, I look at Favela and I remember, a long time ago, and Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart.
Oh,
For
il
I
est
think
temps,
the coolest
tabarnak.
thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today are these great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. We've stayed true to the original level design
Je
and
déteste ces
layout
mecs.
of the
Ah ouais.
original maps. So if you remember
T'inquiète.
some sweet spots, some
Hey, il a eu
lines
un
of sight
kill.
from the original,
Incroyable.
those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments to just
Favela,
make them
ouais.
feel better for Modern Warfare 3's player movement and,
Thank God,
and
il change de
weapon
mec.
feel. And we feel like it's a really happy
Oh.
medium and a great balance between the two.
Here's my personal favorite, Kim.
Agreed.
I would like to talk to you about this, fellow
Oh, cette
high-rise
map.
fans. We're-
Elle est 360 no scope au snipe là.
I see players are
Non?
already figuring out some of the Easter eggs of the original maps and how to get back into it.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was only one way to try and take over Bombsite and S&D. You had to hit the
Nice.
little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday.
Passer
saw
sur le
the
côté de la map,
creators
tu vois.
of the red carpet event.
Ah, ça a
They were
l'air si fluide, les
I'm
mouvements,
sniping
si
off the
rapides.
map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from
Ouais,
back in
c'était
the day,
important pour eux de
and
garder
be able to
justement
have those in
tous
the
les,
game, but also have this
les spots
modernization of the
importants
movement
des maps, genre. Justement de pouvoir monter en haut, de pouvoir aller sur les côtés là et tout. Ils ont mis l'historique là avec les nounours sur le toit de cette map que tu peux aller voir.
A layer of, maybe some complexity
Hello,
with
Scream.
slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely turned upside down on its head.
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago.
Ah, regardez, là sur le côté comme ça là.
Miam.
Miam. Est-ce que... Là, il vient d'avoir une caméra.
Game design changed a lot in those years.
Je pense, ou une tourelle? Non, ça doit être une tourelle. J'ai pas vu le nom. On a un son différent de ce qu'on voit. Genre, on n'a pas le son de ce mec. J'attends de voir le zombie, moi. Ah, ben, c'est vrai. C'est vrai. Ouais, moi aussi. Hein.
Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh, for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day 1 on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16
Bon.
OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan,
Yeah.
Corey, Skid Row,
me to scrap?
Sub-Base, Rundown.
Woo.
Yeah, like
Oh, les
it's
beaux.
all
Ils sont
there,
belles.
on and on
Oh,
and
we
on.
got
So,
the
like,
scrap.
yeah, so we're super excited
Oh.
to be bringing those. And,
Dans l'avion,
in
allez.
addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too. So
Yeah.
we have 3 ground war maps that are brand new, which is the the
Ça, c'est
traditional
cool.
like 32v32 vehicle gameplay.
Il y a 3
So that's gonna be a
grosses
awesome,
nouvelles maps là qui sont là.
ultimate
3 nouvelles maps qui
people
sont
who
faites
wanna take a break
de
from
Grand Noir.
space.
Bah, moi, j'aime pas trop le Grand Noir, mais peut-être que sur celui-là, ça va être pas mal. Mais bon, ça m'étonnerait.
That is so for people like me who like, big
Ça reste quand même 3 grosses nouvelles maps à tester là.
battles like this is so exciting.
Yeah.
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 Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from
Terminal,
Ground
ouais,
War,
mais Terminal.
I'm excited to say that there is another-
Je me suis fait
another
éclater
game
sur
that we
Terminal
have that
tellement de
many
fois
of
étant
us
plus
have
jeune.
loved originally from Call of Duty.
Oh, il s'est couché et il est quand même
We
mort.
are super
Ça t'apprendra.
War mode holds a special place in my heart too
Yeah.
from 2017.
Vous avez vu les glissades,
It's
comment
a
ils sont
great
rapides là?
map that's
Genre,
launching on day 1 as
Ah.
well. It's got the attacker-defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events.
Also, j'ai l'impression que les accessoires sur les armes ont l'air moins pénalisants.
Awesome. So
Genre
we've
par
got
exemple, on sait que les
Ground War,
réflexes,
we've
x1,
got
ils vont pas ralentir la visée,
we've
ce
got
qui est génial parce que dans le dernier,
and
plus tu mets des trucs sur ton gun, plus t'as des risques justement que juste viser avec ton arme, c'est super lent, genre. Puis il y a des trucs qui vont améliorer ta vitesse de déplacement en tabarnak. Donc bref, ça va être super fun de jouer avec ça.
Yeah, it's really so
Beau
cool
skin.
to see a lot of these players get back
Lag.
to the roots, because you can even see it. Like
Je vous l'avais dit, trop d'électricité. Il y a trop de personnes. Leur stream capote. Ça fait bizarre de revoir ces maps mythiques avec des graphismes d'aujourd'hui. Ouais, hein. Ah, check là, en ce moment, là, il y a de la pluie sur le sol, les réflexions. Genre, ça paraît pas tant que à cause de la putain de compression du stream, là, mais. Genre, actually, les maps sont belles.
And we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it. That when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar.
Mais ça sera toujours un problème, peu importe le jeu.
Where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There it is.
I live here. I live here.
Yeah.
Right on. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009. Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah.
Kill confirm did not exist.
Oh,
so
c'est vrai, hein.
Ah,
j'avais pas pensé à ça, hein. Il y a beaucoup de modes qui n'existaient pas à cette époque-là, qui maintenant existent justement comme Kill Confirm. Ça n'existait pas à l'époque de ces maps, donc ça sera la première fois qu'on va jouer à ces modes-là dans ces maps. Hardpoint aussi. Le point de contrôle, là. Ah ouais, ça va être intéressant.
Those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those CDL players.
CDL folks, yes.
And that's going to be amazing to watch.
Oh my god, il y a tellement de mecs devant lui. Oh, bien essayé.
Play them and understand what's happening.
Ah, je reconnais ça, c'est... What the fuck? Vous avez vu la tourelle? Je vois ce que c'est. On avait environ le même gadget dans le dernier, mais c'était pas aussi intense, disons.
This is so great. I mean, ADS ready. I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like,
il a une boîte de munitions.
Celebrate that than like, you know, with these dropping all of these 16 day one. You know,
we're looking at high rise in 2023.
High rise, man.
So cool. I'm just gonna take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing Call of Duty, you're obviously
never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with these iconic maps.
Je suis plus joueur CoD. Attends, je suis plus joueur multi-CoD depuis bien longtemps, mais il peut m'intéresser pour le coup. Ouais. Je pense que tout le monde qui ont le jeu pour par exemple le zombie ou le Warzone vont quand même prendre la peine d'essayer ça juste pour la nostalgie de la chose, tu vois. Ok, c'est le 8, c'est ça. Donc demain, on essaie la bêta, si j'ai accès, je sais pas encore. Sinon le 8. Dans tous les cas, si on a juste accès à le 8, on jouera à Mirage dans les prochains jours. Là. Puis sur PC, ça sera le week-end d'après, malheureusement. Fuck you, PlayStation! Oh, le pompe! Regardez-moi la sourasse.
Still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about
20 balles le pompe quand même. Ah, t'as pas la portée, hein? Et non, ça c'est un teammate, mec. Et attends, il joue pompe et shield. Quel joueur de merde. Je le déteste. Je sais pas c'est qui, mais je le déteste.
a bunch of new maps coming. So season 1
Oh.
dropping 3, season 2 dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course
Terrible.
of the entire live season, there will be
Mais c'est
12 new
terrible.
6v6 maps coming to Modern Warfare
Le son
3.
par contre est
Also,
très satisfaisant.
With 16, 12 down the road, that is a
right.
big map pool to choose from.
And these are all different sizes of maps, different locales, for all different play styles. You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited about.
And those are 6v6
Yep,
competitive
6v6.
maps that players can play. There are other maps in there as well that we'll
Yeah.
talk about once we get into the live season, but 6v6 core maps
Stay tuned.
right off the bat.
Brand
And
new.
guess
Ooh.
what? With all of those maps,
Il vient de le snipe là.
it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're gonna see it in a lobby
Oh,
soon, but
thank
voting
God.
is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
De toute façon, on le savait là, mais la possibilité de voter pour les maps là.
I can't wait to see it in action.
À la fin de la game pour savoir dans laquelle tu vas ensuite là.
Which ones we know are the ringers of the group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for Estate, it looks like. Here we're looking at Estate.
Oh,
right now.
nice.
Là, on est d'accord. Quand tu finis la partie, tu retournes dans le menu. Hein. C'est
like
tellement
this
chiant.
Yep.
I think we
Always have.
have an idea of where the maps are going to land in the
Yep.
voting, but when you account for the new modes, the modes that you were never
Yeah.
playing in there before,
Yeah.
when you get into hard
Oh,
point and
il joue
need
snipe,
that
je le
space
respecte.
to have that rotation, it'll be interesting to see what ones are popping
Oh,
up at the
that's
top.
what I'm looking forward to. I want to jump into.
Ah non, laisse faire, c'est un DMR. C'est balle par balle. C'est pas un snipe. Clairement mon cas. C'est tellement une fonctionnalité de base normalement, c'est cool qu'ils le remettent enfin. Ouais, voilà. Là tu vois, c'est ça qui est terrible, c'est tellement une fonctionnalité de base. Et il y a tellement de shooters ces derniers temps qui sont sortis qui l'ont pas, genre. Come on. Tout le monde veut voter pour la map suivante. On veut pas tomber sur les pires maps.
Alright, we're looking at Lupo.
Ah ah,
Lupo,
l'inventaire.
he is in his
Ouais, là tu peux changer les bots, tu peux changer les gants. D'ailleurs ces bots là mec, absolument stupides, je tiens à le dire. Ça coupe tous les sons des pas. Tout.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is
Damage,
one of our new
sliding.
categories for
Ouais, mais sa caméra cache, qu'est-ce que ça fait?
in the 3 different categories, we have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're going to see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks and we've brought some new ones into the fray. Now they're all
Oh,
also
l'effet de la- du saut est
represented
quand même cool, hein.
with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players. So it's not just a list of things you're selecting from. It's like you're getting these movement boosts because you're bringing in boots, or you're
Yeah.
getting this weapon handling bump because you're bringing in gloves. So we really like to add that sort of context for players to understand what they're.
Ouais, il y aura des bots qui sont bonnes, soit pour comme nager plus vite, courir plus vite, faire des slides, des glissades plus vite, faire moins de bruit. T'as des gants qui vont faire en sorte que tu peux changer d'arme plus vite, tu peux recharger plus vite, parce que tu vois, c'est relié à la fonctionnalité de qu'est-ce que c'est réellement là. Voilà. Ce qui est bien.
I think for me, it's
Après,
always
j'espère qu'il y aura pas des trucs
right. So we have so many things that are
stupidement
on there,
broken, là.
perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee pad. The
Greg, I've been
tactical
using the
tac pads.
I've been using the tac pads.
And then we have the lightweight boots. We have the canvas sneakers. I also hear they're your favorite.
I'm sneaky. I'm trying to move. I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
We need all the things.
So, and those are just going to cancel out your
C'est intéressant.
noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
The true silent movement
The
perk
true silent
is
movement
back.
perk
Yep.
is there.
Can confirmed, have used it, heard nothing.
Non, voilà. Écoute, les gants,
Silent.
bots,
It was only
puis aussi des
footsteps.
écouteurs qu'il avait.
Well, yeah. Well, also, I can't hear anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
He keeps making these old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
But hey, I guess when you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long.
Oh,
it's just,
Rust, mec.
Amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are.
Avec un de mes bons potes de l'époque là. Oh putain qu'on a fait des 1v1 sur cette map. On en a fait, mais alors là, tellement. Terminal aussi, on a fait beaucoup de 1v1, je me souviens. Docteur Lepo qui joue aux pompes. Aïe aïe aïe.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot
Ouais,
on
mais ils
the
sont-
minimap, and we think
Vous pas aux
this is
pompes
really
aussi.
just a core
Tu vois,
intel
ce serait avec
piece
une
for
mitrailleuse,
our
tu l'aurais
player
tué bien
base
plus
for
vite.
Modern Warfare 3.
Bon, lui, peut-être pas.
Where the firefights are happening, really understand, you know, and as we mentioned
vient
earlier,
de prendre un
about just
boost.
knowing the maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those things. Like you can see the red dots on the mini maps, and you can understand. I know the map already.
Oh, c'est rendu une grenade, le truc qui fait en sorte que tu peux courir plus vite longtemps. Ben, une grenade. Un utilitaire. Avec la touche Q ici.
Maps. I think to your point, on these maps, it makes perfect sense, especially with the familiarity.
Boum,
Even for
boum,
new
boum.
players, you're going to figure these maps out
Allez.
quickly. But
Est-ce qu'il va se tuer avec?
It feels,
Je parie que oui.
It feels right. It feels great. I've really loved seeing it. You have a direct
Ah,
way
non.
to engage.
Ah.
So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only piece of classic gameplay that you'll see returning.
Allez, monte en haut. Oui.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty gritty. Slide
cancel.
animation cancel, reload
Yep.
animation
Yes.
cancel. They're both back.
Yeah. So we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel.
Ouais, pouvoir aussi annuler la recharge en plein milieu. Thank God. Il n'y a rien de plus chiant de commencer ta recharge, alors qu'il te reste des balles par exemple, voir un mec, faire un mouvement pour arrêter ta recharge, et à la fin de ce mouvement-là, juste continuer ta recharge. C'était cancer.
And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in.
Non, ils ont pas encore présenté le zombie, j'ai très hâte, Axel.
We feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways. Now, Greg, time to kill. Or TTK.
Oh, le time to kill.
Always a hot topic with our
Le temps pour
players,
tuer.
with our community. It's complex. It has a lot of different moving pieces when we talk about it. Can you give us details on what to expect in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
Yes, you
details.
can!
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the
Yeah.
exact details. So
Il a l'air bien, le
100
time to kill,
health,
je
we have
trouve.
150 health across all of our players.
So that's got parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over in the Modern
Genre c'est
Warfare
rendu
3.
150 points de vie au lieu de 100 points de vie en multijoueur.
And what we've also
Ce qui fait en sorte que c'est comme en Warzone justement.
more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes that we've had in the past because our modifiers. So we have modifiers on when you get a headshot, it does more damage. When you do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them. And what that allows.
Je pense que ça va faire du bien. Ouais. Regardez, c'est pas trop lent malgré tout. Parce que si tu mets les balles dans la tête, au final ton multiplicateur anyway va faire exactement la même chose que si c'était 100 points de vie, parce que tu fais plus mal dans la tête. Donc c'est à toi de viser plus la tête du coup.
The sound effects, if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic. The audio team's done a great job with them.
Hit markers
We have
also.
Les marqueurs sonnent
hit
très très bien.
marker, visuals as well, so you're also noticed that headshot hit marker. So that's when that extra damage is going to come into play, and it's normalized across the board. So it is a little longer. You could respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen light up red, you can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues, kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade, definitely.
Yeah.
Je crois que c'est un peu de zombie Warzone, ça serait pas du gameplay classique qui était moche. Ah non non, c'est complètement différent.
And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about called tax stance.
Yes, tax stance is a fantastic addition to our movement set, as well as what you're doing with tactical gameplay. It is a mix. It's right in between your aim down the sight, so you're very pinpoint accuracy and your hip fire. So the hip fire is going to be that big spread that you have. And so what it allows you to do is when you're in ADS, you can actually go in and toggle tax
We
stance.
just saw the UI pop up.
Ouais voilà, c'est ça, tu peux activer ça là, ce mode de tir là.
For those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub, where you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Oh, Akimbo.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both worlds with it, while also still obviously you're not going to.
Regardez-moi les mouvements d'animation, juste pour grimper, ça va tellement plus rapidement.
When we talked earlier about derail or some of the larger maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun.
Ah
So
ouais.
being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. I'm just having used it myself. I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay opportunities. Like players are going to go nuts with that feature. Right?
Yeah. It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is personally what I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not, if you're not into it, don't use it. You know, it's an option. It's again that optionality for players.
Là, ça fait... Mais ouais, c'est ça, le zombie, ça sera plus un DMZ zombie, tu vois. Dans le sens que c'est un grand monde ouvert, avec plusieurs escouades qui vont dans la map. Je me souviens plus combien exactement. Les escouades peuvent s'aider ensemble, ils peuvent pas se tuer. Puis tu dois faire des missions, tu dois survivre, tu dois avoir les nouvelles armes, faire les easter eggs, bien sûr. Et à la fin, bah, à des certains moments spécifiques, tu peux t'extracter. Ouais, bon, bref, tu peux t'extraire de la map. Puis voilà. Puis rinse and repeat, puis quand tu pars avec le loot, tu peux le ramener après. Si tu meurs, bah, tu perds tout ce que t'as. Puis tu recommences. Donc je devine que si tu trouves un railgun là, piou piou piou, bah tu peux l'emmener avec toi, puis quand tu recommences la prochaine game, tu as le railgun dès le début, je devine. Des trucs de ce genre là, tu vois. Ça peut être vraiment intéressant. Soit ça passe et que c'est incroyable, super fun genre, soit c'est de la grosse merde. Il faut voir, faut voir. Mais je pense qu'on va quand même s'amuser un peu dessus là. C'est sûr que ça va être fun, au moins au début là. Je suis plus fan de gameplay à manche. Ouais, moi aussi, je suis plus fan du gameplay à manche. Ça reste que l'innovation est intéressante du fait que bah, je suis sûr que ça va être fun à essayer au moins. Est-ce que ça va accrocher? C'est ça la question par contre. Je sais pas. Je lui laisse sa chance, ça permet de patienter avant le prochain tryhard. Ouais, exact, tu sais, c'est pas du vrai, c'est pas la compagnie qui fait normalement le zombie, donc c'est déjà beau qu'on ait ça, franchement. Let's just go ahead and jump right back to the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right? You know, we now know like their inventory. That's going to be making its way over to this game, which is really, really cool. And it c'est vrai que c'est très cool que ce soit la première fois qu'on a une suite continue et que tu gardes tes trucs du premier. Thank God. Par contre, là, je pense que ça sera le seul. Après ça, j'espère qu'on aura un Black Ops par la suite, ce serait bien. Et j'espère qu'on aura un Black Ops qui va continuer sur l'an 2 aussi, dans le sens que là on a eu Modern Warfare 2 et Modern Warfare 3. J'espère qu'on aura une espèce de Black Ops, whatever, je sais pas combien, avec l'année suivante aussi la continuité, le rendant meilleur, genre.
With your weapon level as well is available. All of your attachments, your camos are there.
If you completed your match 3 camos, you got your Orion. That's coming with
But don't worry, the grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well that you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those.
Ouais, les nouvelles armes, tu peux faire. Il y a un grind à faire, bien sûr.
In a little bit, but exciting to hear that the camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know.
Un joueur manette. Regarde-le avec son aim assist de cul là.
Oh yeah. I love it. More to come soon. So
eh bah ouais, tu manques tes balles hein. Ça manque d'aim assist. Ah non, c'est pas lui qui joue, pardon. C'est lui qui joue en ce moment. Lui, il joue avec sa manette. Attends, je vais regarder son écran en vrai.
Be treated to, I guess, moving forward here.
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience, level,
nouvelle arme.
Get new attachments for them. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons.
Ah, ça c'est cool, il y a plein de nouveaux accessoires que tu peux, sur les nouvelles armes que tu pourras mettre aussi sur les armes de Modern Warfare 2. Nice. Ça va faire en sorte que les vieilles armes vont jouer différemment peut-être.
weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been a fun challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been
On a une nouvelle catégorie aussi dans les accessoires des armes qui va changer complètement le gameplay de l'arme elle-même, genre. Donc ça sera intéressant de voir à quel point. Genre chacune des armes pratiquement aura genre 2 styles de gameplay complètement différents grâce à ça, genre.
We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun.
Vous savez comment ils ont appelé la feature?
Set you back all the way. We still have 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again, and we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there, but being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments. We're actually doing tuning on those weapons as well, so they're not going to be exactly the same. They're going to
get the balance pass for Modern
they're going to
Warfare
have
3.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies. Check out what their headshot multipliers are. Check out what their limb damage is. All of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare
Le tuning
3.
revient.
It's part of Modern Warfare 2. It's part of that carry forward.
Yeah, fantastic.
Donc chaque accessoire c'est la même chose que dans le 2 là. Tu pourras genre changer la stats de l'accessoire avec les sliders sur le côté là.
Nicki Minaj is coming with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That was what I needed to know about. Not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional
Ah voilà.
Yeah, happy to. So what you're seeing right
Ça,
now
c'est
are
les
the
skins
weapon
de
camos that are going to be
la
in our
précommande.
Vault Edition. There's a blue and a red version. So there's the
Ben,
Crimson
la Vault
Fate is
Edition,
what we're
ouais.
calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other. And these will be
Sont
applicable on
corrects.
4 different weapons if you get the Vault
Le rouge est
Edition,
bien.
plus all of their attachments. And they're reactive, so the better you do in the match, the more
Ooh.
eliminations you get in
Ok,
the
ils sont
match,
très
the
bien.
more you'll start to see that visual change on your weapon. And as you can see also, the operators have their own versions of this.
Plus tu fais des kills à travers la partie, plus le skin évolue. Ça j'aime ça. Des skins évolutifs, ça c'est bien. Parce que de base le skin est correct en plus, mais le fait qu'il évolue, c'est bien.
Same reactive tech, so you're gonna see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin.
En Black Ops avec un mode histoire, il faut comme le 1 et le 2.
The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet.
Moi là je serais pour qu'il refasse, il reboot la série Black Ops. Tu refais Black Ops, tu fais juste l'appeler Black Ops. Le premier, puis le deuxième, je sais pas comment tu l'appelles, mais voilà.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotta do well.
Gotta keep
You want
that
to you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts.
Ah oui,
right?
aftermarket, voilà,
Which
c'est
that,
ça la
if we
feature
could
que vous
dive
parlez
a little
tantôt.
bit more into that because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way. just off the gun part alone.
Oh, excusez la balle
It
qu'elle
is-
s'est pris.
Here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG
voilà, c'est ça,
that
regardez.
has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits.
Ça c'est le pistolet, puis là soudainement avec cet accessoire, pouf, ça devient une autre arme carrément, genre.
Change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And
to
that's a
every weapon.
Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No
C'est un
secondary.
pistolet qui devient un SMG,
Secondary. So
tranquille.
what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary
Ça,
and
c'est bien
secondary. You
Kimbo.
do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We
Amps.
love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those
Yeah,
challenges?
so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So
Yep.
at launch they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges.
Yep.
It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was
and-
worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah, thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just the through line with Modern Warfare 3, this is player choice, is player freedom. It's on, you know, this new
Intéressant.
way to customize the experience.
Cette feature, tu
for
la
the
débloques
player
avec des
and
missions
to have
hebdomadaires.
that, their own playstyle reflected in those guns, using the amps. It's super exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we're going to continue to take.
Donc l'accessoire de l'arme qui change carrément la feature, c'est avec des missions que tu le débloques à chaque semaine. Donc il y en aura une à chaque semaine, donc une arme à chaque semaine, je pense, de ce que je comprends.
I've done that many times. So, you know, this is, again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at, you know, these maps in 2023 and I'm
Toi, cette map, j'avais pas beaucoup joué à l'époque.
Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now, you know? Like, that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that, you know, players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it
En même temps, je faisais surtout des 1v1 avec mon ami. On aimait nos maps à nous.
Or what was the I guess the design choice on that rather than just going with pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context.
C'est tellement
of the
plus fluide que le
players, you
précédent
know, it's not
CoD,
just
c'est
a
dingue.
UI
Ah ouais,
menu
non, mais
choices, you know, that
en vrai,
are
c'est même pas
ambiguous. It was a
comparable.
little
C'est ça la
bit,
triste
we wanted
chose.
to make sure that you brought in your
C'est même
fighting
pas
load
comparable.
carrier, right? Your
Yeah.
FLC was what we talked about,
Mais elle, sa caméra, là, la caméra, elle est là,
is
dans
this
sa gueule.
thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of that, you know, and we got a chance to look at the gear items that all
C'est tellement plus... non, excuse. Le précédent Black Ops, c'était Cold War. J'imagine que le prochain se nommera Gulf War. Celui-là... Ok, ok.
What are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting
Le zombie, ce sera à la fin, excellent.
in our perks this
C'est dans un petit moment quand
I don't know
même.
if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey guys. GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3.
Au moins tous les skins de Modern Warfare 2 seront transférés de Modern Warfare 3. Exact, ça fait en sorte que, tu sais, ce poids monétaire est un peu moins intense d'un jeu à l'autre. Le fait que tu gardes tes skins que tu as, on va dire, achetés ou même juste débloqués avec le Battle Pass, c'est bien. C'est bien.
15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big. I respect it.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, love it. Love to see it here. We're getting a few of these games wrapped up, but there's definitely this sense in the room of like, all right, Q next, go next, GG go next, go next.
It's so fun to play it. Like every day I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible, and start playing.
Ouais, ceux qui ont payé beaucoup de skins ne seront pas déçus. Ben voilà. Parce que, ok, dans un jeu qui, on va dire, qui alterne à chaque, quoi, 2-3 ans, bon, je peux comprendre, là, c'est plus du tout le même jeu. Mais là, vu qu'on parle d'un jeu qui sort à l'année, tu sais, acheter des Battle Pass durant toute l'année pour que l'année suivante, t'aies plus accès à rien, c'était bien chiant.
I also saw a couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is back.
Battle Rage is back. It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that, we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest that allows you to take 2 tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually, yeah, let's
talk about some of the vests.
Yeah, so the vest is a really big piece of that. Like it is our main core piece of gear. Kim touched on how we contextualized everything. That vest is we're contextualizing what you're actually putting into the game. So it's going to dictate what, you know, your tacticals, what tactical slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many, you know, well, you get 1 boot and you get one glove.
Yeah.
So you can't take multiple gloves. But how many gear slots you can actually have. So with the engineering vest that I just mentioned, you're getting 2 tacticals that you can take
at the cost of your lethal.
At the cost of your lethal, and you also gain another gear slot.
Awesome.
And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment,
I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4, yeah.
So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vest, engineer vest.
Il y a des vestes qui font en sorte que tu peux mettre, par exemple, justement, 2 tactical, puis plus avoir de grenades à droite. Ça donne un gear de plus, genre un espèce de perk de plus. Cool.
That is your core loadout. So you have your, your normal 3 perks. And you
T'as tes
get
3 perks.
tactical, lethal, primary,
Tactical,
secondary.
lethal.
And what's cool about the vests
Les
is they
2 armes.
actually have perks baked into them. So
des
with,
perks dans les
with the
vestes.
infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that tac sprint refresh even faster. And it also a little bit of an extended time there. And one of the things that we've done across the board is we've increased that tac sprint.
Je perds
And
depuis le
we've
début, mais
also
voilà.
allowed you to have much more faster ADS strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combine with other things or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do. But we've also balanced that out with what you can't take in that same moment.
There are trade-offs,
Yeah.
very clear trade-offs. I think what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots, it's going to come at a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions.
Le
You have to
cri
make
derrière.
those decisions before you go in, and really.
C'est maintenant en 2019, les joueurs ont tout perdu. Ouais. Après, il y a eu beaucoup de jeux entre aussi, là.
So I can't change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change that was a
The
trick.
consequences.
Ouais.
The consequences are,
Go
we
hide
want you to be.
Même les niveaux seront...
You'll still
Ouais.
have to live with the consequences of your actions.
À mon souvenir, ouais, les niveaux, tu les gardes aussi.
They've been haunting me for years now.
À mon souvenir.
Let's talk. I haven't seen anybody get one yet. I've seen a couple streaks pop off, but I'm wondering about kill streaks. If we have any
Kill streaks,
personal
nice.
favorites at the desk here.
Well, for sure. I mean, the equipment selection we have in Modern Warfare 3 is so much fun. I think my personal favorite, we'll start with the Breacher drone, which is actually a lethal. It's in your lethal slot.
Yes.
So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull out, and it's just slow flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
Yeah.
Equip the Breacher drone.
Yeah.
That's your option.
It'll explode on impact. The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it, the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition to that, we have a mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been quite like as annoying as a real mosquito. they plague me in matches when I've play tested, and so I'm
Les drones vont être bien chiants de ce que je comprends. Voilà, c'est tout ce que j'entends.
that thing coming, yeah.
Right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can
No,
take them
dude.
out from
No, dude.
So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that it was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out.
C'est un truc que tu peux mettre sur un point de capture, que ce soit en hardpoint ou en domination. Ça va capturer pour toi, donc tu le mets par terre sur le point. Puis là, tu peux aller te mettre ailleurs pour, genre, camper le point ailleurs, genre, avoir un meilleur angle de vision.
He drops 100 and shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
Ça, c'est oh.
It was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of
Ça, c'est parfait pour Soldo.
come in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically, this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, it really limits enemies' movement when they run into the beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later. But it is that aerial denial, not necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players who are affected by the Guardian.
It's almost like a stun grenade, and we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically, it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So, it wipes out enemy communication.
Oh.
So enemy UAV
Il y a un item que tu peux mettre par terre qui va faire en sorte que dans une zone d'effet, il n'y a plus... Tu peux pas être repéré par les drones, genre. Parce que ça, tu deviens... T'as l'atout Ghost. Tranquille.
Yeah, as soon as you throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of.
Les abeilles! Ton avis, c'est sincère? Faut que je vois le reste. On va voir avec tout le reste. Le gameplay a l'air beaucoup mieux par contre.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer?
We can. So our friends at Treyarch are on the
They
case
call
of
it
ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it, and we love partnering with them on it. And they're going to bring that experience.
C'est vrai que je joue en rank une fois.
Modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will have it out, and that's when it's going to launch, because we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game.
Donc les ranks sont au milieu de la saison, hein, pour leur donner le temps de s'habituer au jeu. Ça fait du sens.
A ranked play coming to multiplayer Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there, like me. Take a look.
Ouais, on sait ça. Vous avez un opérateur spécial pour ceux qui sont sur PlayStation.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your doors. C'est mignon. Enemy contact. Move. That's cute.
Elle est bleue quoi.
I've never found a lock.
Désolé, mais avec le Battle Pass d'Halloween que nous avons en ce moment dans le 2, bon, ça sera dur de battre ces opérateurs-là. Bon, nouveau mode.
PlayStation exclusive lockpick operator pack, including the fan-goated lockpick operator skin, the American Gothic blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the lockpick operator by pre-ordering the Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock lockpick. It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Thomas Crown Affair, hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay action for a brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX.
Attends mec, il y a des trucs assez cool en ce moment. Ça c'est la map de Warzone. Ah, elle est quand même grande, hein. Avant, Chenille, Indica, Tirov, Popper. Ok. Ouais, on le voit là ici. Oh! Ok, stylé. Là, on a les vestes qu'on parlait plus tôt.
Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3v3 action. So you're going to have a little bit of
oh boy.
mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
It's fun to say.
C'est du 3v3v3. Oh god.
It's all about elimination. So you're there, as long as as your squad can take out the other 2 squads, that's how you're going to win. It is
Cutthroat,
inspired by
Grand
the
Noir,
way
War
that
Mode.
you're
War
actually
Mode, ça j'ai hâte de
very
voir.
competitive mode.
C'est le
The thing that we
gros
like about it is
gros
it
mode de
plays
bâtard.
on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps. They're there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. You know, math somewhere in there.
Geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates, though. If you see
So you
one
got
of your
the
homies
revives.
get downed, yeah, you can go over there and revive them. That's a fun little way to, you know, come back after.
What led you guys to
behind.
want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of
Just
ways.
pure- yeah.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is
this
gunfight.
Really
Yeah,
taking
and
that
it's
to the
played on
next level.
separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table too. So our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah,
and you can take your loadout this time. So,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
so
what I was going to
gunfight,
say.
yeah, right,
Unlike gunfight, we're not providing the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep,
that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty mode.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end, is
It's already there. Yep.
the overtime mechanic.
Ok, tu down dans ce mid.
But you can't get downed, but and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Ok, ça,
Rounds are quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go really, really fast. We spend a lot of time
Personnellement, je suis pas un
making sure
fan de
that
ces
you
modes-là,
just
dans le
sitting
sens que
there,
si tu meurs,
you know,
tu dois attendre la
there,
prochaine
essentially, watching
vague,
your
là.
teammates have fun.
Après, c'est intéressant que c'est 3v3,
And
c'est sûr, mais
that flag there is now available, so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well,
voilà.
not
Puis là,
eliminate,
l'équipe,
but
cette
whoever
équipe-là a
gets that
éliminé
flag
les deux
first,
autres équipes.
just like Gunfight is going to do it.
Donc ils ont gagné un point.
Between rounds, though, we rotate where that flag is because again, geometry.
Hey, Rafa,
that
bonsoir. Hello there.
triangle.
La map a des vibes à la Verdansk, je trouve. Ouais, exactement. Non, mais c'est exactement ça en plus. Hein.
Opportunity to move around
Yep.
and like actually
Yeah.
interact with more in the map, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways. It is a lot of fun to have.
Jesus Christ, la coupe.
That guy's got really cool hair.
I was going to say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything, awesome. It looks a lot
The
like
ghosts.
the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Price.
Oh, here we go.
Une classe.
Back into Cutthroat again. I'm
Next.
very interested in these smaller game modes because I think it just creates opportunities for you to have like those real like intense interactive moments.
It's
right?
very intimate, and you get to you get situations like this where you're trying to figure out like how to use your you could pop smoke here, and really just understand because there's this tension that's building around like when is this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
When do I want to go in? When does I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's it.
smoke? You'd throw smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw smoke right here because you're gonna wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drone. Breacher drone. Yeah.
You might want the.
Okay. I love this guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Yeah, we have the
There we
EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation because
Right.
you just throw it out.
Ok, la capture du drapeau au milieu est très
And if you
rapide.
get another
Faut
player
faire
on the team,
attention.
they're going to show
Jesus
up
Christ.
constantly on your minimap for your entire team.
So it's
Vous avez vu la rapidité du
EMD
truc?
grenade a little bit like a snapshot, but it actually is going to stick to the enemy player.
it does.
That player will then get a prompt. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade.
Yeah, we
Because I
haven't seen
actually do like that one because it's kind of like a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like
Yeah.
does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it
T'aurais dû la
bounces,
relancer, t'es
so
un
it will
malade.
not detonate on impact, so you can
Il aurait
throw it
pu
around
mourir de la
corners,
voiture.
you can throw it under cars.
You get that frag effect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, it adds a little bit of additional damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast of that one,
Le
you
revive
can
est,
take it out
ouais,
pretty
ça
easily
va, assez
afterwards.
rapide.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Favela!
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
I've got
Oh boy.
wiped down a few
what's
of
your
those
favorite, Adam?
Out of these 5 we're playing today,
Yeah.
I have to go with Favela. I just, you know, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands amongst
alone.
us. Yeah.
I too am a favela stand.
But I mean, just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Oh.
We've got 2 for high rise.
I love them all. They're all my babies.
Let's go.
Okay, all right.
I can't give any of
That's
them
no
up.
favorite children here. We got.
Favela is quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything that's happening.
Yep.
That's right.
And
Take it,
high rise is also
Oh, come
great.
on, Greg. You know, at some point.
They're all
yeah.
unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm switching my vote to estate. Just
Ça
to...
fait longtemps.
Okay.
Quand même, ouais, mais c'est ça que je suis en train de me demander.
Look at that, you split the vote.
C'était un
How
jeu,
could
on
you?
va... Là, ils montent ce mode-là.
I think I
Après
love
ça, ils montent les
Favela
2
just
autres
for
modes,
that
mais
talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my
j'ai
heart.
peur pour Warzone. Warzone, ça peut être très très long en vrai. Donc je sais pas si je vais regarder jusqu'au bout. Ça fait chier parce que le zombie est à la fin, c'est ça que je m'intéresse le plus.
Yeah, you know, and I am trash.
Mais j'ai comme...
Well, no. I'm sorry. I might have misspoken.
Faut que j'aille jouer à l'autre jeu aussi là.
I thought it just was more open than it was previously.
Oh, yeah, it's possible we.
Il n'y a aucun recul sur les armes là, on est d'accord? Si. On a vu, j'ai vu des tests, des gens qui font juste tirer en ligne droite. Ils ont des reculs, toutes les armes ont des reculs précis. C'est juste que les mecs que tu vois jouer, c'est des, voilà, c'est des gens qui jouent à tous les jours de leur vie, donc ils savent contrôler le recul des armes.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you
Mais après c'est CoD, hein. Il n'y a jamais eu un énorme recul comme, je sais pas moi, qu'est-ce que je pourrais te sortir là? Escape from Tarkov genre? Bref. Voilà, non, attends, cette arme, c'est vrai qu'il n'y avait pas beaucoup de recul. C'est vrai. Ça dépend aussi, si elle est sans manette, son aim assist aide beaucoup avec le recul aussi.
You got large scale maps that are going to be coming at launch, and you know, I guess Kim, like, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Ça dépend aussi des accessoires des armes. Si les accessoires diminuent considérablement le recul, bah voilà.
And we will be showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
2 maps sur 3 jouables dans la bêta pour Ground War. Le gros mode là de 32 versus 32.
In the beta, we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
Yeah,
Base.
but these
Okay.
are the 3. Yeah, you got it down. Yeah.
J'aime beaucoup
Yeah,
ce
we
genre
also have a
de
few new
map là.
vehicles,
Le mood,
during
le
the
thème
beta,
genre.
you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more
Deux
to
nouveaux
come at
véhicules.
launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome.
Bien essayé.
And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force
Voilà, War
141
Mode.
trying to take
Ça,
down the
mec.
Coney group that has taken over a military base.
Très
They are launching
très
ICBMs,
intriguant.
and you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it. And not to
Le War Mode là, c'était dans
ICBMs as well.
World War 2 là.
CBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out and it just didn't happen.
C'est un mode attaque-défense dans le sens que justement là, tu as un tank que tu dois défendre une équipe à emmener vers un point pendant que l'autre attaque. Les autres essaient de t'attaquer genre.
That attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines.
À mon
of sight,
souvenir, c'était
clear,
très fun.
battle lines. That's the gameplay
Is
that we're
it
going for.
66, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it
6
is
versus 6?
classic
Okay.
war mode, if we all remember what classic war mode is. But
Yep.
it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to.
Tu vois, dans mon
to
souvenir,
get their
c'était plus
hands on.
grand.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? A very.
Of course, c'est linéaire, mais
Which is the thing that
à mon
really
souvenir, c'est plus que
sticks
6
to me.
versus
Like,
6.
if you
Mais bon.
don't want to jump in with your friends and just, you know, play regular matchmaking, you could do war mode. You could do ground war. Was that, you know, it feels like that was the mission of the studio here to like really
sure.
give players that ability to just like make the decision,
Oui,
go with your
qu'est-ce qu'il y en
friends,
aura?
play what you want.
And like I mentioned about you know, some of the new maps coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to
il y a des
sharing
nouveaux
very
modes qui vont
soon.
sortir avec les saisons.
All right, well,
Nice.
I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to
Allez, au
share
revoir.
Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment.
Ah, ok, ils ont
of the show.
déjà
Once
fini de
again,
parler.
thank
Ok,
you to
parfait.
Adam,
Ben,
Greg,
tant
as
mieux.
well as Kim for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other bald guy on stage with you today. We're doing it. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What
Bah,
have
je
you
suis
loved the
d'accord.
most so far about just getting in, diving in MW3?
Brother, all the
Ça ressemble quand
fun
même
stuff
beaucoup au
is
dernier
really
CoD, c'est
fun.
une grosse
The
match pour moi.
shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals, bro. I'm just out here doing anything
Je
to
suis,
make
je
everybody
suis d'accord pour
angry.
dire que visuellement et niveau thème, c'est la suite directe du dernier, c'est sûr. On peut pas s'empêcher de penser à une sorte de DLC, mais niveau gameplay, niveau mouvement dans le jeu, ça me semble tellement différent et tellement mieux, plus fluide, plus rapide. Ça va être bien.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight, but I'm feeling really good right now.
Qu'est-ce
And
qu'on
I
s'en
feel
fout?
like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue light shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just always
Plus jamais, s'il vous plaît. Oh putain. On s'en bat les couilles. Tout le monde. Attends, je vais voir le chat. L'autre chat. What the hell is going on? Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
It moves smoothly than any other CoD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slot cancel, but
En fait, pour de vrai, je sais pourquoi ils font ça. C'est pour donner une pause aux gens qui viennent de jouer plusieurs games de suite. Et surtout, pour changer les serveurs vers un serveur Warzone. Sans problème technique. Le retour des score strike, bien sûr, comme toujours. Oh, score strike, pardon, excuse. Avec le score, je l'ai pas vu en gameplay. J'ai juste vu avec des kills. Mais je devine que c'est là. J'espère. Battlefront 3, bordel. Oui, bientôt. Ah, attends, zombie? Avant Warzone? Non, impossible. Pourquoi il a dit zombie avant le Warzone? Impossible.
And latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
J'ai peur. Ah, c'est le zombie? Let's go.
In the fireside chat, I've got one Prague, we got OVP, we got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose, reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work with. I've never been this excited about a CoD. Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie,
c'est bon, il a la veste de Star-Lord, le mec.
Oh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what
Non.
you want to do, what type of player.
Le zombie est complètement différent dans le jeu, c'est pas les modes de vague là.
And then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. And I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially I'll
Ce zombie monde ouvert, DMZ, extraction. On va voir. Ça se peut que ça soit bien, ça se peut que ça soit absolument nul. Par contre, je le veux le pistolet, hein, s'il vous plaît. Je vais spam le zombie, bah oui. Non mais pareil, hein, juste faire... En vrai, j'adore le DMZ. J'aime beaucoup. Ça devient chiant à la longue, mais l'aspect zombie va peut-être faire en sorte que ça ne va pas venir chiant à la longue, justement. Diag, salut.
No, it really has. I think it's
Je suis le Kino
interesting
Delta.
that you brought up like, the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis.
Un collector avec le
even
frigo.
just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and high rise is obviously a perfect place for that.
Actually,
so
en vente,
I
putain.
think the fact that the movement feels so smooth and to see everybody, there's something
Vivement la
for
bêta.
everyone, right? So I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in CoD when it comes to our loadouts now on our perks. So,
Un collector avec le frigo ou le pistolet laser, imagine. Oh. Arrêtez. Dites-moi pas que c'est en vente. Fallait pas me le dire là. C'est pas bien, Changeons de sujet. Ouais, il est tellement beau. Correction, $600. Ah. Collector.
But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys, with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing?
Call of Zombies, Raygun.
I might have the strafe speed shoes on.
J'ai peur.
Oh!
$600. Et ça c'est US. Attends, 600 US, oui ou CAD. Ça fait combien en canadien?
I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself.
$800.
And get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too with like the
Ouais bon, anyway les sold out j'ai vu.
With the weekly challenges, so there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti, it's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scott.
Il y a le même sur le site. J'allais littéralement dire, au pire tu te le fais imprimer en 3D puis voilà, problème réglé genre.
I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's that's something that is
Cache pas, Emile, c'est sold out. Ouais, t'inquiète, on jouait pas. À ce prix-là, oublie ça.
I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, and like my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in, and so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like
Qu'est-ce que je suis en train de parler? Bah oui, ils sont en train de... Ils font une pause puis ils sont en train de changer les serveurs. Ils ont dit, ils ont combien de personnes dans la salle? 250 ordi à régler en même temps.
And being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while, and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are going to get into this game and figure out. It's going to play a bit different than obviously back in day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Faut pas qu'on attend tout ça, Fabricat c'est fait, mais il faut tout le temps de 23. Bah Jazz sûrement un jour, oui, mais...
You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding in? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the one times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the
Ah my boy Charlie. Oh, merci, quel champion. Allez. Ils ont tellement d'argent. Désolé de la qualité de shit là, mais... Voilà, le zombie. Oh! Oh, ils ont de la vie? Attends, quoi? Oh! Il est mort.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any game, balance.
Ouah, ça a l'air super intense, ils sont tous morts. Ok, ça c'est très loin dans la partie, on est d'accord? C'est pas du gameplay en commençant, ça c'est loin, 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 loin dans la game. Il fait 0 dégâts au truc. Oh. Ils sont tous morts.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini map. My footsteps are silent. I was
Mec, des kill streak.
I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So
le singe, oui.
Coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? On n'a pas le contexte là. C'est juste du gameplay. Ouais. Ah, il y a même du gameplay de Warzone. War mode.
You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless. Your earliest memory of CoD, is it like waiting in line midnight trying to get some?
Attends, je cherche l'information. Je suis complètement aveugle. À l'aide. Les chiens! Yes! Mais il y en a partout, ça va être tellement intense. Oh, je vais spam ce mode. Il y a toujours le pouvoir cool. Oui, yep. Il y a l'air. Non, mais c'est sûr qu'il y aura plein d'easter eggs, il y aura plein d'armes complètement spéciales. Là, ils ont une mission. C'est ça, c'est que vu que c'est un DMZ, t'as des missions spécifiques. Ils doivent escorter l'énorme tank dans la map. Attends, il parle de zombies en ce moment. Pas les couilles.
Sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a cool memory for me. I love.
What? Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est incroyable.
I'm sure as we get through the rest of today, but we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox and PC players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today.
Wow.
And more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog.
Il y a des trucs de l'or. Il y a des personnages qui parlent. Après, on voit que dalle.
All those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
Big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team.
C'est vraiment le mode contagion de Cold War en fait. Ouais, mais encore plus loin. Non, ouais, oui. Oh la bombe.
I might have to follow suit. Like we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game because she is cool.
I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all the creative skins. We've got a tease of some of those skins.
Contrat complété. C'est vraiment un DMZ / oui, le mode de Cold War.
We've had quite a deep dive on MW3's multiplayer mode so far, and over the past couple of months, I suppose we've had some teasers, insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign.
Yeah.
All that in store very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something quite different.
Yes.
Straight from our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Allez, là ça va être un peu plus en détail, hein. Let's go.
One of our patrols reported hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
NWZ. MWZ, wow. Au lieu de DMZ.
Nothing gets in, and nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
Man, je vais crier, c'est sûr, quand je vais voir ces monstres-là me rush dessus.
Situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Les chiens.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
Yes, les collants. Good, ils sont encore là. Good, 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 good. What the fuck? Oui, pack a punch. Singe. Tu vois, je veux dire, les corps, les mécaniques corps sont là. Ah oui. Oh! Oh, la moto, quoi? Oh, l'easter egg. La boîte, nice. Pack a punch. Non, là, hey, les gars, bien sûr c'est différent. C'est sûr c'est différent, mais je suis sûr qu'on peut quand même avoir du fun là-dessus. Ouah! Ah, vous avez vu l'énorme verre? What the fuck?
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trail of the Soul Harvester weapon.
La map, attends, ouais, la map est énorme. Non, je suis sûr qu'on peut s'amuser sur ce mode malgré tout, même si c'est très différent. Faut tester, on verra, on verra. Ne jugeons pas trop vite, il faut tester nous-mêmes.
It looks awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next.
Zombie Creator Event.
First time you guys have had folks in the studio.
Une grosse rejouabilité, très important pour ce genre de mode. Est-ce qu'il y a une bonne rejouabilité? C'est ça qu'il faut voir.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people.
Quoi, le vert? Moi, je vais kiffer. Ouais, non, je pense qu'on va bien s'amuser. J'ai adoré le cotation d'avant, donc bon. Ah, le good.
But we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some
Petit onigiri.
footage.
Allez.
They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Yeah, the playtest was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments.
Yum.
It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right? And then getting people to see it. And what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very, like, almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us.
C'est comme maman, tu as plein de trucs de l'or à récupérer.
This is super fun, you know? So it's like, we were right. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed.
C'est du zombie, donc c'est sûr il y aura plein de l'or.
Amongst the crowd of creators, it was their Easter eggs. We know them, we love
Easter
them,
egg.
we want them in zombies.
Yes.
What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little tidbit, a little morsel.
A little something.
We can't give them all.
Giving anything.
Well, then what should we expect?
So if you were paying attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time,
okay,
maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now,
Bah oui, le gros vert,
c'est un Easter egg. In this open world zombies.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Il y a beaucoup de trucs à découvrir dans le monde ouvert.
Perfectly to my question, which
non mais c'est sûr, t'as un monde ouvert énorme. Imagine le nombre d'easter eggs dedans.
I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of Zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic Zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, you know, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way?
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Which
in
is
the past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's you know, we usually have four players.
Kind of. You know,
Safe
it
is
is
relative.
Zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world. But how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also, like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You could go in solo.
24
you
joueurs.
can go in with your
Tu peux aller en
squad.
solo, tu
But
peux aller
what's
en
awesome
squad.
is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're
Yes.
out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you
of
can
6.
form a super team.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
in-game
yeah.
form a super
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
T'as une escouade de 3, puis tu peux faire une escouade de 6 si tu veux, en zombie. Donc 6 joueurs dans une escouade en zombie.
Experienced players. If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
We're gonna
everywhere.
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
So a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic.
Ouais.
And if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time
J'avais
and
oublié cette
place?
cinématique.
We are between Modern Warfare 19
Ouais, ça, il y a
and
du gros lore, hein,
MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased.
Ooh.
But then whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Ooh.
Yes, yes.
Oh! Émission d'intro. Ah ouais. Ah, les zombies, nous. Ouais, c'est une... Ça relie le lore de Cold Wars et de Modern Warfare ensemble. C'est ça qui est vraiment nice. Oh, man. C'est beaucoup de zombies.
quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two. I'm in the middle of erasing my research from the Terminus database.
Protect Dr. Jansen. We need her
Le titre d'ici, hein.
Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
Horrible. Doit tout extrait à la fin.
So
Intéressant.
what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it.
Okay,
But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this, and that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really. It runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So Zombies can be pretty intimidating. And we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun and also support our veteran audience. So and a brand new map. And we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So
ok, c'est la difficulté. Ok, c'est ça. Ça, c'est la...
This is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But
donc si t'es là sur le tour en zombie, c'est pas très difficile. Le jaune, ça devient quand même assez intense.
What an arm on him.
Yeah.
This one.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep. And now we have to pay for it. All right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, then, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game.
La zone en rouge, c'est l'endroit où ça sera le plus difficile en zombie.
But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the Pack-a-Punch, the Pat Machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you.
Pack-a-Punch. Non,
where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh.
J'ai hâte de voir les différentes armes de Modern Warfare.
As you get more
Pack-a-Punch,
powerful,
qu'est-ce que ça va donner, genre?
it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize
absolutely.
if you experiences in other modes.
100%, which you might not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways.
But
the most important core feature, of course,
it's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal.
Cereal.
You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. Yeah. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light,
it's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those.
Oh, yeah,
already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
this
a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking about a single crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits Cereal for making this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And it's a woman-owned business, which is
ça me bat les couilles de tes céréales. Est-ce que t'as du lait bleu avec? Non, ben voilà. Allez, on va
not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies players. And that's the Wonder Weapon, guys.
Yes.
I need to know.
Wonder Weapon, yes.
of course we have a wonder weapon. And
Yes!
It has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word.
Oh!
I'm going to let you just look at it for a
Look at
second.
that first raise.
Yes.
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing the highest density of zombies
like 10
you've ever
targets.
seen
The
before.
hordes.
Oh yes,
We're
the
gonna
hordes.
melt hordes.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait.
And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire
Oh.
that launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde,
my God.
if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to
Oh,
jump
quoi?
on a
Tu peux
building
sauter
or
là? Quoi?
over a building, like it's really.
So you can like rocket jump
Oh,
with it. essentially.
yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your
Tu
arsenal.
peux sauter dans les airs.
It's
There's no limits.
chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
chef's
Wonder
kiss, but
weapon.
you're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Je veux cette arme.
Part of what makes zombies so special, especially with this
J'adore.
new
Les Wonder Weapons
feel,
de zombies sont
is-
tellement cool.
Is the replayability, is this
Ok, rejouabilité.
it's not a one
Allez.
and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really
Bon,
kind
ça,
of
c'est très
replayable
important.
mode. It's an extraction, exfil mode.
Jeu d'extraction,
right? So
ouais.
you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first, you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot, over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time.
S'extraire avec des meilleurs loots pour revenir la prochaine fois avec des meilleurs trucs.
We mentioned it before. We saw Zakaya
Avoir des masteries, donc c'est des challenges que tu me parlais, Nara, là, pour améliorer notre personnage.
In that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how you know the storm?
Ah, moi je m'en colle et je m'en vais dans la
played
zone
map,
rouge
what that
direct. Hein.
file did and what the gameplay, you know, repercussions are going to be for the player.
Ok, il y a une
Yeah,
tempête,
so this
ça.
thing
Ça se
is
referme.
in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aether. So it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the
dang.
map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
A lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah,
Okay.
1 hour session.
Ta limite
again.
de session, c'est 1 heure en zombie. Parce qu'après ça, il y a cette zone qui se rend les zombies, j'ai l'impression, super OP, là.
But the Aether Storm waits for no one, and it will come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
Ouais, ça, ça rend les zombies super difficiles.
Are we going into the storm to cleanse it? Yeah. Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to
Are we
find in
getting the
there?
hell out of
What's the
Dodge?
exfil
What are
plan?
we
Yeah.
doing here?
What are we doing
Attends, tu peux aller dans la,
This is really where you
dans la
have a lot of
tempête
fun.
et la
Really
cleanse,
to
la
think
loter.
about that heat map for zombies. Part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, you know, a lot of players will be spending a lot of
Trop
time
bien.
on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
Yeah.
Gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah,
So
so
tu
if you're
gardes tes
familiar
armes.
with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you. We
Item
Oh, bah,
persistence.
génial.
insurance slots,
Yep.
but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So in
Oh,
the past, you've had to do all that just in game, and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisition. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch,
hot.
drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks. Right,
Quite a difference, right? But what was the? I guess,
tous les
like,
bonus,
inspiration?
toutes les
Was it
armes,
just, hey,
toutes les Wonder Weapons, genre pack à tes armes pack à punch,
this is always done and push the bar.
tout ton speed que là, tu peux tout t'extraire avec et revenir avec plus tard. Donc ça veut dire que tu peux aller dans la zone rouge dès le début de la partie si t'es déjà maxé de base.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you ease new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal. That's for those seasons
They're gonna
players.
feel it.
They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into
Really
the lightning round here. Miles, I asked you before. You said that zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
we want people to find them.
We do want them to find it, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well,
So
look,
more coming.
you're not getting it out of us.
Well, you know what? Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that. Ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters? What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs...
that was me this morning.
Just waking up.
Free coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination,
oh boy,
he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him.
Ouais, il est beaucoup plus gros.
Yeah, he needed to be bigger.
Yeah, he's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh, fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still
inside.
get you in the buildings.
But this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe. I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures, and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's do you want to die by the lasers outside, or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans in zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group
absolutely.
Is in the world.
That's another, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakaev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired.
À voir.
They
Ça
found
peut,
that Ethereum.
ça peut être vraiment fun, comme ça peut
Sort of bad guy fashion.
être fun au début, puis
venir
venir
so for the
plate
first
rapidement.
time,
On
you're
verra,
going to
on
be
verra.
able to, if you want, fight these AI.
C'est
There's
sûr qu'il faudra
gameplay
tester
loop
nous-mêmes.
tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
that's
AI.
cool.
And,
Okay.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right? Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Donc le mec il tirait sur des zombies pour faire une énorme horde de zombies qu'il suivait pour l'emmener dans un endroit qui a beaucoup de IA humains, genre. Puis les zombies ont juste tué tous les IA pour lui pendant que lui il lootait, genre.
Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies Day 1. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. Yes. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to be
tuned.
Awesome stuff.
S'ils prennent une pause encore là, I'm out. Je suis désolé, mais je suis pas prêt pour des randoms qui parlent.
Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
J'ai des petites informations assez intéressantes de la part de Charlie Intel aussi.
Kevin drew some lovely zombies artwork today that he's debuting.
Ceux qui vont se rendre compte que c'est un zombie qui mélange DMZ et Outbreak ensemble, ils vont avoir en général une bonne expérience. Ouais, voilà, c'est sponsor de mon cul. C'est ça. À la sortie, le zombie n'aura pas une quête easter egg directement. Ça sera des quêtes d'histoire. Donc, tu auras 3 actes à compléter narrativement qui vont justement parler de l'histoire de Dark Eater qu'on a vu en cinématique. Puis la quête d'easter eggs va venir par la suite après la sortie. Donc, je devine avec la saison 1 et les saisons à venir, ils vont rajouter d'autres quêtes d'easter eggs là. Donc, à prendre en note. L'opinion personnelle de Charlie Etel dit que le zombie était très fun. Si tu ne t'attends pas à avoir du classique zombie par vague, là. C'est vraiment un mélange de DMZ et Outbreak, voilà. Et je pense que c'est tout ce qu'il a à dire sur le zombie. Ouais, voilà. Good. Alright. Let's go les randoms. Wouh! Bah écoute, moi, I'm out. Parce que Warzone, on a vu la map. Et c'est ça que je voulais voir, à quoi ça ressemblait. On l'a vu en zombie. Donc, ouais. Le multijoueur. De toute façon, on y joue demain, normalement, peut-être, si j'ai accès à la bêta. Hop, hop, hop. Si j'ai accès à la bêta, on y joue demain, on verra bien. Et pour ceux qui sont là en ce moment, on va prendre une petite pause, puis je serai de retour dans probablement environ 30 minutes pour commencer l'histoire de Assassin's Creed Mirage. Donc, à voir. À tout de suite pour ça. T'as ton code, j'ai pas encore le code, c'est pour ça que j'attends demain. Si je l'ai pas, je vais les contacter. S'ils en donnent pas, bah je vais juste attendre le 8, c'est tout. Je m'en bats les couilles. Early access demain, exact. Je le reçois samedi. Ah. Écoute, on verra. J'ai aucune idée s'ils vont me le donner ou non. Je sais pas. Dans tous les cas, j'aurais essayé. Je m'en fous si je l'ai pas avant. Si j'ai pas le code, on jouera le 8 quand c'est ouvert à tout le monde. Ça va me laisser le temps d'avancer Assassin's Creed dans les prochains jours de toute façon. Donc voilà. Alright. Bah du coup, je vous dis à tantôt les gars. Merci d'être venus. J'ai un code aussi à faire gagner pour Assassin's Creed sur PC durant le live si jamais vous avez. Si jamais vous voulez le jeu. Voilà. Donc à tout de suite. Merci d'être venus. C'était multijoueur, ça va être bien. Le gameplay, la fluidité et la rapidité des mouvements. Méga upgrade. Zombie, ça passe ou ça casse, on verra bien. Je pense que ça va être fun, c'est sûr au début. J'espère que ça va rester fun avec la longue, c'est surtout ça qui m'inquiète. Bouga bouga. Le PS5, Laura. Non, j'ai pas de code PS5, désolé. J'ai pas réussi. Juste un code PC. Alright, thanks d'être venu. C'était cool de découvrir ça avec vous. On se rejoint sûrement demain pour la suite du coup. Puis à tantôt pour ceux qui veulent venir voir le live des Mirages. Allez, au revoir. Bye bye.